Hello, my Huggins Hounds. You have not had a chance to meet me, or most of you haven't. My name is Miss Howard, and I am your art teacher. Hi! Anyways, my 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders, you are going to be working on a hand project. Since you are new to me, I'd really like to know what type of art you enjoy doing. Some are more realistic, some are more abstract, some are more pencil drawing, some are more paint. But in this case, I just want you to create a hand drawing with your name in it and just decorate it however you like. So here's an example here. So you can see I did the entire hand, so the arm is falling off the bottom of the page. Make sure you're reaching almost to the top of it. You're going to trace around your hand, add your name, and then again, using the colored pencils and the crayons at your table, I want you to really decorate it and make it as fancy as you would like. Yes, you can do something slimy, like zombie-like. I'm okay with that. If you do add long nails on, we will be cutting this out. So whatever you extend on it, maybe there's a watch that's sticking out, you're going to have to cut around it. No, I don't want you to draw it holding something. You're getting ahead of me. I don't think you'll have much time to do that. So, let's get started. The first thing you're going to need is a piece of paper, which will be provided to you from the substitute. And you are going to place your hand on the paper. Again, it should be close to the top. No, I don't want it down here. No, I don't want your paper turned landscape short, because that'll cut it kind of short too. We need to have a little bit of length here. So make sure your paper is tall, your hand is reaching to the top, your arm is falling off the bottom, make sure it's not coming off to the side, and you are going to trace. If you are having difficulties tracing, then you might want to ask a friend to help out. Some things about tracing. When you are tracing something, you need to make sure your pencil does not go sideways, because it will start to slide underneath your hand, and that's going to make it not look correct. You want to keep it straight up, okay? And it must be touching your hand. Don't move your hand around to help out your pencil. Leave your hand alone. Make sure your fingers are spread out. So starting here, I'm going to go, I have a watch on, so it's going to create a little bit of a bump. I'm going to go around. Again, make sure you're not going underneath. We'll mess that one up on purpose so you kind of see what happens. You want to keep it straight up and down. And of course, I'm jumping over my watch again, all the way till I fall off. Now, let me do this in pen so that you can see. Again, it's going to be a little bit off from the pencil, but I'm going to do it correctly, and hopefully you'll get to see the pencil mistake on that finger. And you're just tracing around, again keeping it straight up and down. Don't let it turn sideways and go underneath your hand. Oh, you can see where the pencil really messed up, because I let it go under my finger. So you're going to end up with like a Frankenstein thing if you let your pencil go in there sideways, and that's when you start getting those messed up fingers. That means your pencil is sideways. It needs to be straight up and down. Luckily, we have erasers. No, you don't get a new piece of paper. Don't press so hard on your pencil. All that good stuff. Hopefully you haven't started this yet and you're listening to all the instructions before you get going on it. And if you can't erase all of that, so I can still see mine, I'm deliberately going to leave a little bit there, you will have to cover that with your colors and stuff like that. All right, so that's step one. Step one, we have traced the hand. Again, you can help one another if you need to. The substitute can help those that are really struggling with this because you are just determined to get that pencil in sideways. It's okay, relax. It's not about perfection. It's about progress. Okay, and when we have little mistakes, we're going to think of Bob Ross. That's on my wall there. And there are no mistakes, only happy accidents. How are we going to turn that mistake into a happy accident that looks really cool? All right, once we have that, now we need to add our name. The easiest way to add your name, I would find one of the fingers. Okay, again, my example, I went down here on the wrist area. And you notice my letters go pretty much all the way up and down, except for that one little lowercase s. And it doesn't look quite as cool as when I go all the way up and down, touch the sides of my wrist. But you can also do it in the fingers. So the way I did it, and I'll show you, and again, my name is Miss Howard. So I'm just going to put down Howard. Let's say that's my name. I'm going to start on the very top of the finger and go to the bottom of the finger, and I'm going to do the letter H. See? Alright. And an O. Now you got to think of your spacing. How much room are you going to have when you are writing your name? I like to use all uppercase letters. It seems to work better. Okay. And there's my knee. I'm not even worried about fingernails. So, for my friends that love to do fingernails, no, 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 you cannot put a line across your finger and say, that's a fingernail. Look at your hands. It doesn't go all the way across. It makes the letter U. So when you're doing a fingernail, it's going to be close to the side, come across, and go back up. That's what makes it look like a fingernail, not a straight line. So yes, you can add fingernails. Okay? Again, referring to mine, I went ahead and add the fingernails. If you're going to extend your fingernail up further, I am perfectly fine with that. Just keep in mind, I just added a nice little rainbow, that you are going to need to cut these out. So I know some people are like going, oh man, I'm going to do like this triangle, you know. Okay, that gets a little bit hard to cut out because you end up cutting it off anyways. Plus, it doesn't look right. So, yes, you can add fingernails. All right. The Wolverine spikes. Yeah, okay, no. That would be coming out of your hand. But if you want to make them like longer, what was his brother's name? Sabretooth or something like that. Yeah, you can have the longer fingernails if you're thinking more vampire, not vampire, werewolf. I'm okay with that stuff because if that's what you're into, that's fine. But no blood. We are at school. Keep it school appropriate. No weapons. If your video game has soldiers in it, great, you can do the soldiers. It cannot be inappropriate at school. Okay, so don't be adding that stuff soldiers usually carry around. Alright, so at this point you need to decide where you're going to put your name, and then you need to be thinking about how am I going to finish in the space. My last thing I want to point out, I did not go all the way around with decorations. Again, we're going to cut this out. So today, on this particular project, if you want to test a color, because heaven forbid, some of those crayons, somebody's torn the crayon color paper off of it, and you're not sure if this is the red or that pinkish color, you can test it here. A good habit to get into is always test it on the back of your paper. Okay, yes, my markers went through, But if I did it with crayon, as you can see, it's a little bit harder to see the crayon than it is these markers, so I had to do it with markers on my video. And you guys are going to be working with your crayons, color pencils, and you can use the ballpoint pens to create your designs. Okay, so enjoy the project. I look forward to seeing it. Your name is here, but please go ahead and write your name on the back of your paper about where you think the hand is. So make sure you write your name and your teacher's name. Okay. You guys have fun. Again, I look forward to seeing it. I'm so sad I'm not there with you right now, but I'm going to heal up and get there as soon as I can. Enjoy the project. Bye.